big cat. Welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.
Namaste, Big Cat Fire Signs, Grand Rising. Welcome or welcome back to Big Cat Astrology, Big Cat Wave, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. The planetary hot topics to add to your almanac over the next 7 days. On the 28th of January, Venus in Capricorn sextiles Saturn in Pisces. Focus on your goals. Make connections with people that will help you make progress. It is a great time for business. You may fall for an older and more established person during this time. You also have Mercury in Capricorn trining Uranus in Taurus. Think way outside the box. This can open up new doors for you at this time. This is a great aspect for socializing and networking. Things will go very well for you if you're in the high-tech industry. On the 29th, Mars in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus. Think progressively. Be interested in everything technological. Mars trining Uranus gives motivation towards getting into shape and working on your personal development. You may be given a leadership role in the technological sphere, if that is your career. Or you could utilize the energy to your best advantage. It is a great time to meet new friends. You may find yourself in the spotlight. On the 30th, the moon enters Libra. Focus on areas where you feel balanced to restore your equilibrium in healthy ways. You also have the moon in Libra squaring Venus in Capricorn. You may not want to deal with other people today because you may find them annoying. Try to be patient with them and give yourself a break. On the 31st, the moon in Libra squares Mars in Capricorn. This is not a good time to bond with others emotionally. Irritable energy is afoot. You may find arguments with your mother or a motherly figure as well as other females. Try to get to the root of the problem. Hold your peace and look at the situation from a different perspective. On the 1st of February, the moon in Scorpio squares Pluto in Aquarius. Be mindful of struggles over power and control. This can cause you to feel emotionally violent and aggressive. So don't get sucked into drama. Keep your cool. There may be disagreements over joint finances, inheritances, alimony and taxes. If your pet shows any sign of illness, take them to the vet stat. On the 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn sextiles Neptune in Pisces. This aspect could have you lost in a cloud of fantasy. While it might not be ideal for figuring out facts and figures, it's one of the best aspects for writing poetry or other creative works. You'll get a lot of natural inspiration. It's a fabulous time to go out on dates. Make extra effort to look really good. On the 3rd, the moon in Scorpio sextiles Mercury in Capricorn. You'll be engaged with a variety of projects. Explore new information, align with your fresh plans. You also have the moon in Scorpio sextiling Mars in Capricorn. Enhance your ability to communicate effectively with the opposite sex. Positive relations may unfold at work or if you're an entrepreneur, anticipate an upswing in your business. Please stay tuned in for the tarot reading to follow. Make your wave. Ha ha! Namaste! Grand Rising Fire Signs. Welcome or welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your messages for the next 7 days. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Big Cat Wave. Let's dive in, darling dears, and unpack. Oh, you have a double 6, darling dears. The energy of the 6 speaks about cooperation, and it also reminds you to what? Take care of your health, darling dears. Take care of your health. Your health is your wealth. In numerology, well, in tarot, the number 12 is represented by the hangman. So it speaks about you letting go of a situation, something that you possibly sacrificed yourself for. Good golly and gosh. Stop that right now. Bestie, oi. Let's carry on. This is you gaining a new perspective on a situation, but in numerology, the numbers go from 1 to 9. I use the Pythagorean chart. So the 12 goes down to a 3. So this speaks about your birthday may be the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th, or that may be a significant number or date in your life. Your luckiest numbers over the next 7 days, darling dears, will be 3, 6, and 9. Your luckiest days will be Sunday and Thursday. The letters associated with the number 3 is CLU, a clue. The number 3 is represented by Jupiter, darling dears, and Jupiter is represented by CLGS, and the number 3 is CLU. So those letters will have some importance in your life. You are an artist this week, darling dears. Yes, you are. You must avoid the numbers 4, 7, and 8. The energy of the 3 speaks about your creativities and how you communicate said creativities. It also speaks about you being more social over the next 7 days, darling dears, because Jupiter is about expansion, but it's also about what? Higher learning as well as travel, knowledge, darling dears, being more philosophical about life, understanding the what? The bare necessities of life. You're getting Jungle Book up in the next 7 days, darling dears. Okay. The energy of the 3 is in the astrological aspects is represented by a trine. So you'll be using your natural talents to create opportunities in your life, which is going to bring you harmony over the next 7 days, darling dears. The energy of the 12, you're going to be introduced to a new sport or hobby, which is going to be life-changing for you, darling dears. Why? Because when it's a hobby and you embrace it, darling dears, you can create it into a career. Remember I told you that. And what? When you enjoy something, when you're impassioned about something, it doesn't feel like work. So we'll break the 12 down to a 3. It's about something unexpected happening, which is going to cause unhappiness. Okay. Oh well, darling dears, better them than you. The double 6 again speaks about happiness for you ahead. So someone's not happy about this new beginning, something that you've changed up on someone, darling dears. Possibly realize you're not on their spiritual level. The energy of the 3, as I said, is the hangman, but it's also the empress, darling dears, knowing your worth. You are pregnant with infinite possibilities, or you may be pregnant at this time, or mother energy. Somebody's going to be traveling towards a mother energy over the next 7 days. Love it. I don't hate it. Okay. Right, are we done here? Yes, we're done here. Remember, your health is your wealth. Right, let's get your oracle ancestral message. We're going to lead. Let's get the book first. We're going to go with life lessons Yes, yes, yes. This is the book in case you want to procure the deck. You can follow the link in my description box below to my Amazon storefront and pick it right up, darling dears. All right, let's get the deck. Fire signs. Oracle ancestral messages for the fire signs. Oh, this one fell out. Okay, okay. Well, it was helped by my finger, but it fell out. All right. Messages. Your first message is nutrition, darling dears. What did I say? Your health is your wealth, darling dears. Some of you are going to be looking at the things that you're eating, the energies that you're around, darling dears. All right. That's a lot. That's a lot of confusion, darling dears. One card, please. One card, oh. Thank you very much. You are on the right path, darling dears. Finding a new way for yourself. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. All right. I'm going to read. You're on the right path, but I will show you the intel on nutrition. You're on the right path is 101, darling dear. Big Cat 101, which goes, if you take out the 0, that's 11. That's a master number, being divinely inspired. It also speaks about you paying attention to the synchronicities, darling dears. The 11 goes down to a 2, High Priestess energy, using your intuition and discernment. Okay, 101, let's get to it. For you to screenshot, read at your leisure or leisures. I'm just going to read what jumps out to me, darling dears. You're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. In case you are doubting your feelings and plans, this card is your angel's way of encouraging you to continue with your present dreams and goals. Just the act of having a dream has added passion and meaning to your life. Now the angels are encouraging you to take positive steps related to your dreams. They know that you'll feel happier and more energized as you devote daily time and energy to its fruition. Begin by centering your mind and body with taking deep breaths. Close your eyes. Notice your thoughts and feelings after you make the request, darling dears, for the movement in your life. Remember, I told you that. Right, let's see where nutrition is. Nutrition is on page 63. That goes to a 9, darling dears. Ending certain cycles in your life, things coming to fruition. It also speaks about universal love. So you being divinely guided to cut certain energies out of your life. Why? Because your health is your wealth. Right, let's quickly go to page 63. And then we'll press on at a hot trot. For you to screenshot and read at your leisure or leisure. Okay, you got it? And it's right next to your options, darling dears, your options. And just read a line or two. Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. The angels say that you're a food alchemist. You got the badass alchemist ways. Which means that you create divine magic through the dishes that you make for your nutritional knowledge. You may counsel others on how to adopt a healthy diet, but remember, your counseling falls on deaf ears and you're wasting your breath. If they don't take the first offeration of your opinion after they've asked for it, darling dears, you need to what? Break away, darling dears. It's madness they're leading you into. Call upon your healing angels for help. You'll find that unhealthy cravings are replaced with an appetite for healthy meals and drinks. This too is a process that can teach others because you've got options, darling dears. Remember, I told you that. Base of the deck. You are that artist. Creative, darling dears. We already spoke about it with the energy of the 3. Remember, I told you that. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life, darling dears. Tap into your creativities. Your creativities will be what? Taking you out of confusion. Your hobbies will bring passion. Some of you may even be painters, but it also is a reminder that divine gives you a blank canvas every day for you to paint the kind of life that you want, darling dears, not what you need. Right, let's press on and ask some questions. Let me just bring my questions up. I've got so many mice. Listen, if you ever saw what's going on behind this camera, I've got so many devices. Oh my God. And now this mouse has decided to run onto the iPad, and sometimes it runs away onto the phone. It's a lot. Right, here we are. Got it. Okay, let's get a deck and press on. Base of your deck, you've got an 1111 fade, darling dears. Love it. Don't hate it. It speaks about instant manifestation. So keep your mind on what you want, not what you need, darling dears, because what you need comes with what? Out the Vaseline, darling dears. Life lessons, and someone's not happy, and maybe they want that energy to translate onto you. You've got to what? Teach, darling dears, on the way to go. Let's see what your overall theme for the next 7 days is. Thank you. Oh, 10 of Swords, darling dears. The backtabation of it all. Good golly and gosh. This is about you having an epiphany about situations and circumstances, whether you was betrayed or the back front neck tabber, somebody at your back. It speaks about gossip, someone who wanted to mentally affect your well-being, darling dears. It also speaks about some kind of surgery for others that will be taking place over the next 7 days, darling dears. Make sure it's not on the new moon or the full moon. All right, I've said this many times, but that's your business, blood. You have free will to choose what you want. But it also speaks about this betrayal, this feeling of betrayal that you've been carrying for some time. It's about to dissipate. You also might hear of somebody cancelling a wedding or of a death. But it's definitely someone or someone is obsessed with what you've got going on. Something that you've already put down, darling dears. This is overcoming betrayal. You're on the right path. And it's the best mimosa you could ever give unto thee. Remember I told you that. All right. Okay, let's get to the first question. Base of the deck, Queen of Cups. You're highly intuitive, darling dears, and nurturing. But it's also you paying attention to your intuition and your discernment, darling dears. Not everybody deserves your loyalty. The Queen of Cups comes with undeniable loyalty, darling dears. Okay, how's my big cat fire signs finances? We got the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, darling dears. You've got opportunities and offers coming towards you. This is sound. Maybe you'll be taking up a leadership role. Because Pentacles, darling dears, it's about you being extremely resourceful, but it's also telling me that you are in a position where you're going to be supported. This is a new level of abundance. You could be in the health field, education field, or even career field, darling dears, HR, whatever it is. Or you could be online, darling dears. But this is people coming towards you, offering to you, darling dears. Your cup is about to run off over the next 7 days. Listen, hit me up in the Gmail at the PayPal, darling dears. Yeah, because you chose a different way. You realize that certain situations were not serving you. But this is boss-uppiness, darling dears. This is a blessing. Somebody's in a work field where they've created their own community and their own family, darling dears. And it's like it's been from infinity to beyond, because we've got the Page and the Queen. This is something that you've been doing for some time, darling dears. Boss-uppiness in that area is on its way. This is new speculations, people asking for your services, requesting your wisdom. Queen of Pentacles, darling dears, is very wise and loyal as well. Just like the Queen of Cups, darling dears. But this is about you knowing your worth and actually receiving your worth over the next 7 days because of your futuristic ideas, because you was planning in the background and you've been slowly but steadily going forwards, never backwards, wife. You ain't Lot's wife. You ain't. All right. Let's press on. What about my single fire signs over the next 7 days? For the singles, Sun energy, not happy about a situation, lowered, feeling your vibration lowered in situation. Could be a relationship, partnership, magician. You feel like you've been with somebody manipulative, darling, they're stealing your vitality. Yeah, No love in a situation, darling dears. Good golly and gosh. Magician, this also is Gemini energy, Mercury energy. You're going to be traveling away from a situation, a friendship, somewhere where you're not happy, darling dears. Your happiness is important. This is emotional maturity, King of Cups. Yeah, realizing that you're not a tree, blood. You don't have to stay in a wicked situation. That's what, a yellow card for a warning and a red flag to what? Get your tinky winky on. You know who Tinky Winky is, the Teletubby, the one that always runs away with the bag. Good golly and gosh. Emotional maturity is called for, darling dears. And this is about you protecting your wealth or whatever you've built. We've got 2 kings on the tableau, darling dears. This could also represent, because we've got the King of Cups, somebody's going to be seeking counseling, darling dears, to break down certain things that's gone on in their life. I'm seeing a Pisces and Aquarius energy out on both cards. Look, I kid you not. This is coming into alignment. Maybe you're a counselor or you're going in for counseling, but you're leaving an unhappy situation behind. But it's also the burying of, not necessarily burying, it's the releasing of trauma. Somebody's definitely working hard to gain this emotional maturity, darling dears, because they don't want a trauma dump on anyone else coming into their hemisphere. You're taking the route of healing over the next 7 days. For my singles. What about those in a partnership or relationship? Because you're on the right path, my singles. On the right path. Oh, my singles. This looks like dig dealing and mattress backing. Passionate in a situation. Good golly and gosh. You're learning, darling dears. Possibly learning the language of love of your partner, darling dear. Good golly and gosh, if it's a business deal, if it's a business situation, this is about passionate energy and effort being put in by both parties, darling dears. Because when you see a lizard on the card, it's about someone or someone sharing the same vision and birthing something together. Ooh, child. Yeah. Making sound decisions, darling dears, over the next seven days. Yeah. Because you realize what doesn't work for you. This is about subconsciously, but also what, putting your emotions out of the situation in order to make the best choice for you in a situation. If it's a love situation, the High Priestess could also represent mistress energy, darling dears. Somebody's making bad choices and rocking their palace. Good God. Yeah. But this is a long time coming. This is the discovery that's going to come out on top, darling dears. And you will be Queen of Swords styly, Libra energy. To the courts we go, darling dears. Yeah. You see your eye marks? The eyes are cut out, blood. You see things more clearly, holding on, clutching your Ace of Swords, darling dears. This speaks about the justice that you're receiving in a situation because you are looking at things more logically and expressing said logic. I feel that this is coming to an ending. You was dealing with Foolio, who's what? A fool, always up to foolishness, darling dears. It wasn't a waste of your time. Don't be upset, darling dears. Remember, everything was all put in place to put you on the right path with knowledge, wisdom, right? And the ability to solve any issue with the least amount of effort. Yeah. Somebody think they're playing with you, darling dears, but they're going to realize that you are the coach. Fist bump. They're playing. What about your health? I am not a medical doctor. I am not a doctor. I'm not a dentist. I'm not a nurse. I am a trained counselor. If you have an issue with or you want to know if you've got, you want a prognosis to a health situation, please go to a medical professional. I'm just giving you what the card said. What about your health? Yeah. Celebrate the changes that you're making, darling dears. 3 of Cups. And again, the energy of the 3. So this is about you learning new ways, new things, new ways to be more nutritious, the right energies, the right, like I said, the right foods, the right people. Yes. You're balancing it out, Page of Pentacles. It also speaks about helping hands, darling dears, but it also speaks about, this is new to many of you, darling dears, really managing your health, your intakes and your outtakes and what you surround yourself with. This is new to you, but there's nothing wrong. Page of Pentacles has got the effort, right? They get the E in effort because they put their back into it, darling dears. They take on new knowledge. Pentacles also speaks about online, darling dears, taking on new knowledge and running with it, darling dears. And it also says what? Listen to your intuition, listen to your body, Queen of Wands. Listen to your body, darling dears, and take immediate action for change. Yeah, because you got the badass alchemist ways, and it also, alchemist could also represent a doctor, darling dears. All right, let's move on, right? Let's move on. One final question. What was the lesson? We know the theme was overcoming the lesson. Good golly and gosh. Ace of Swords in the reverse, darling dears. Situations that are not clear. People that don't, because there's some people that know what's going on and they don't speak up, darling dears. The lesson is what? Culling season. Sometimes you have to cut out many a person or two, right? In order to get yourself on the right path. You have to realize what's wrong in your life. Who's lied to you? Who's betrayed you, darling dears? There's no pathway back to you, darling dears. Remember, when divine opens a doorway, it's just for you. And they can't come with you. Realize, recognize, realize. And it's also tell yourself the truth about your what? Mental health, the circumstances you find yourself in, and realizing that you're not stuck. You can turn this sword around anytime. That's through clarity, that's through wisdom. This is through what? Higher knowledge, darling dears. Don't be what? Stuck in the past. Forgive and let it go. The lesson of the week is forgive and let it go. Let it be a TKO. On that note, I drops me mic. Todd love to my Teesprings, my Patreons, or my TikToks where I also upload videos. My Teesprings is where you can go and support me in this channel by buying some of the merchandise. I've got hoodies, I've got workout gear, I've got cups, I've got glasses, I've got shower curtains, puzzles, darling dear. A puzzle, you need a puzzle to take your mind off of what? Foolishness. Listen, I always recommend counting a 5-pound bag of rice, 1 grain at a time, but now I've invented these puzzles to help you what? Get your mind right in a peaceful space. Thank you very much for continuing to support me, darling dears, with your bookings, your donations, your comments, your likes, subscribes, your shares, darling dears, is all mimosa to me soul, as well as what? A survival kit for another big cat. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Big Cat Wave. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, yes. Your health is your wealth. Be wise, Big Cat, and be free. Big Cat Wave, fist bump.
Hey, big cat, welcome to my therapy. This ain't your ordinary world, it's extraordinary. See, I'm a high priestess lightworker, here to guide your way through the waves of life. We'll find a new path to embrace. Tarot, astrology, numerology in our hands. No weapon formed against you shall ever stand. We're winners, we never quit, we always keep on going. Quitters never win, but we're always growing. Hey there, big cat, let's chase the highest vibration. Together we'll create a new world, a brand new nation.